Folks, if you'd like to learn how to assemble this card, keep watching. So these are your card pieces. You have the gold layer that of course you can do in any color you want. I like the gold. You have your frame for the front of the card. It's done in 2 layers. I like having a lot of texture on the front of this card. You have an oval cutout that goes right on top of the gold. It's slightly smaller. And then you have a second oval that's even smaller than that. This is the one that we're going to be embossing. We have an inside layer for writing a sentiment. I did a print and cut with Merry Christmas in a gold color, but you can delete that. It's an access image. You can delete it if you don't have access or if you want to use something else. We have the pieces that are the tree. I'll pour it off here. And the church and what will look like a snowy base. The church with all the snow embellishments and the tree. And you have your card itself. Okay, so before we get started attaching our layers, I'm going to get out my Cuttlebug and I'll show you which folder I used to make the decorative layer on this card. See you in a minute. So this is the embossing folder that I used to create this card. It's called Oval Scroll Frame, and it's from the Cuttlebug Anna Griffin Mix and Match Frame Sentiments kit. This is where I got it. But if you don't have this kit, you can still make this card very beautiful, make it your own by using a pretty embossing folder that you have. So please don't worry if you don't have this particular set, you can still make the card. So with these folders from Anna Griffin, you want to make sure for this card that you're using the smaller oval cutout. This is going to be the top layer, so you want to be sure that you use the smaller one. I'm going to line it up in the center. Close it up. And for these mix and match sets, we only use 1B plate because these are quite thick. These folders are quite thick. So we'll just pass it through our Cuttlebug. No worries about that cracking, it's because the plates are relatively new. Whoops. There we go. And here we have our embellished, embossed layer for the front of the card. And you can see when you double it up on the first oval cutout, you have a border showing all the way around. So I'm going to put away my Cuttlebug and its accessories, and we'll go ahead and assemble the card. Be right back. So now we're all ready. Let's start assembling our card. I'm going to start by decorating the front. First thing I'm going to do is take my large oval, and I'm going to find this oval in white that I want to use as the background snow on my card. So I want to place it just about here. I'm going to take a little tape runner, place it here, and then line this up so it's visible in the front. And then we're going to add some adhesive so that we can adhere this layer to the gold layer. Center this up. I think I've placed it a little too far to the left, but that's okay. I'm not going to pull it apart. We have our church that goes on top. It doesn't matter if this overlaps a little, because when we place our decorative oval over it, it's all going to be good. So we'll add our church. There's our church. We have some pieces that go on top of the church to give it a snowy layer. So we'll just add those. They're tiny. I should probably hold them with tweezers so they'd be easier to manipulate. I love all the texture in this card. I think it's fun. There's our snowy layer. I hope you can see it. We need to add the snow to our bell tower. There we go. And we have some extra snow layers that go along the base of the church. All these snow layers, you could consider doing them in glitter cardstock. Break up the white layers and cut these in glitter, white glitter. That would be pretty too. What else do we have? We have this little tiny piece. Where did it go? Oh, there it is. We have this little tiny piece that is snow for the entrance to the church. And we have our tree. I'd like to place the tree forward and overlapping onto the view of the church. So we'll add some adhesive to that. There. That's pretty. And then what I did next is took a white gel pen and added some snow to the background. I haven't used these pens in a while, so I hope they're still working. They don't have to be perfect shapes. Snow is not ever exactly identical. We all know snowflakes are different. This one doesn't work very well. Let's see this one. There we go, that's better. So we'll just add some snow around the background. This is optional, of course. You don't have to do this. I just think it looks cute. We have a snowy background, if you can see it. So the next thing we're going to do, oh, I wanted to use some Wink of Stella to add some glitter to the snow since I cut it in regular cardstock. But I want to make sure it doesn't come out too quickly and make a mess. You don't have to do this, of course. You can leave it plain white. This is clear Wink of Stella. There, that'll be enough. And again, if you can see that, I don't think you can see it very well in this light, but it's pretty. And we'll add our decorative layer, our embossed layer on top. You want to center that up. Go ahead and add some adhesive to that. And we want to make sure we center this properly. There's your pretty embossed layer. I really like the Wink of Stella. So if you decided to cut the snowy layers in glitter, that would be really pretty. So we need to add our frames. I use a lot of layers in this card. I really like the layering. We'll add our frames. We have to center that up. There's that frame. And we have a second frame, lots of layers. Just add our adhesive. Looks about right. And if I was going to add a ribbon to it on the bottom, I would do that now. I left in the cut file, I left a cardstock ribbon for you to cut out if you'd like to, or if you want to use a real ribbon. I like the card without ribbon. I think that it's embellished enough, and I think it's really pretty. But of course, card making is personal taste, and if you'd like to add a ribbon, please do go ahead and do so. We'll add this to our card front. Beautiful. Beautiful. And we'll add our inside layer for writing a sentiment. either by hand or have your Cricut write it for you and just sign it. And there's our card. So I hope you like this card. If you've enjoyed this video, please like it and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you for watching.